What is going on, everybody? Today, we got some information on who's going to be the next 7-star Tera raid. And honestly, I'm very excited. So let's get into it. So first off, we're going to be going over the other Tera raids because other ones have been released. And then we're going to jump into the 7-star and kind of talk about it a little bit. So the first one they actually released before anything else was that on Valentine's Day, or the Valentine's Day event, is going to be from the 13th to the 15th of February. And honestly, it's going to be a tandem mouse. So I'm not sure why they released that before anything else, but tandem mouse is going to be very popular that weekend. Not sure if it's going to be shiny locked. If it is shiny locked, that is going to be kind of annoying. But if you are not going for a shiny 3-family tandem mouse, you should be able to get a 3-family tandem mouse just by doing this raid event. You will go in and catch a bunch of them. So that's going to be that one. It's on February 13th through the 15th. Not sure what, again, not sure why it released first, but now we're going to be going over the next. So yeah, this upcoming weekend, it's going to be from 20th to 22nd. This is going to be a Drifloon and Miss Magius. So these are pretty much following the rotation of 7-star exclusives, 7-star exclusives. Now, I'm not sure why they released a tandem mouse in there already, unless it's going to be taking the place of an exclusive or a 7-star, but nonetheless, January 20th to 22nd is going to be Drifloon and Miss Magius. Obviously, your game is going to have the corresponding one, but if you are playing online, you will be able to actually just team up because these will be everywhere and catch the other version exclusives, which is very nice if you're trying to complete the Pokédex and don't have anybody to trade with. Obviously, I'm expecting them to be having a one specific typing for them, and then the other ones is just going to be random. Now let's get on to the 7-star, because that's the one we're kind of really excited for. So we kind of guessed it whenever we saw it's going to be a poison type, because they did put out like, hey, the next 7-star is going to be a poison type, but they didn't tell us who it was. So we are kind of guessing. Well, pretty much all the community was guessing that it was going to be Greninja, and turns out we were right. So January 27th, 29th, Greninja is going to be in as a poison Tera type. Very interesting Tera. I could think of like, it's a frog, so it's poison. Kind of makes sense. But then he'll also be back the 10th through the 12th of February. Now, they didn't really give us much information about it. He is going to be coming with a Bronzong and a Lucario for the other 2 Pokemon that are going to be within the little event there. So now let's get into some information about Greninja that we can kind of start expecting to see what we're going to be going against. So for Greninja, we kind of have his region that he's coming from, which we all know. Dex number, transfer only. It would be a transfer only unless he was coming in this event, which that we know in the beginning of February or sometime in February, Pokemon Home Connect will be available. Now he's going to be in both games. He is a water dark type, and he's going to have the mightiest mark. His Tera type is going to be poison, which is going to be a very interesting typing to kind of go against. And I'm guessing he's going to have the modest nature. So Greninja is typically a special attacker or a mixed attacker. So I kind of went to the fact that Charizard was modest, Cinderace was adamant, one was a special, then we went physical. And now I'm saying we're going to be coming back to a special attacker, which could make sense. Now he could be a mixed attacker, which I'm not sure if they would do, but it does kind of look like both ways. It could go both ways. Now, I'm guessing he's going to have Water Shuriken as a move. It's going to be a water type. It's going to be a signature move. He's going to have Night Slash. Those are 2 stab moves. Very solid. He does have like Hydro Pump and stuff, but I'm guessing Water Shuriken, Night Slash, Extra Sensory. It is a coverage move and it's psychic. Now, I will say if he does have that move, because you can go against poison with ground, and honestly, if you went like a Gastrodon with Water Absorb, you wouldn't have that problem with water. Just absorb it, heal up, or get special attack boosts. So that could be very interesting if he does have that move. Now, can have Acrobatics, Terra Blast. He does get Gunk Shot, which is a very strong poison type move. But I'm guessing it's going to be Terra Blast because if he is running a special attacking stat, as in modest, he would be not running a physical attack move. And Terra Blast lets you use both. I would not be surprised if we do get a Terra Blast, because I believe Charizard ran it as well, given that dragon. Now, he doesn't really have any So he doesn't really have any status moves. He has Rain Dance to help boost his water type attacks. He has Swords Dance. Now if he does go with a, I don't know, like the Cinderace did, he just bulked up, bulked up, bulked up. It had 4 attacking moves and then bulk up, so it just like constantly bulked up and got annoying very quickly to do a lot of damage. We could see the same thing here, 4 attacking moves and then Swords Dance to where you just Swords Dance a bunch. But I don't know. It'll be very interesting. He does have other coverage moves, but this is the most likely what I'm seeing. He could actually possibly run. Now, the only moves that I'm kind of leaning on is, I mean, he does get Ice Beam as a coverage move, but Night Slash, if he runs a Night Slash, you will not be able to run the Slowbro tech that we were running, because honestly, if he doesn't have Night Slash, you could go in and do the same thing with Slowbro that we were just doing with the Cinderace and be just fine. Now, if he does have Night Slash, obviously not going to work. But if he doesn't have extra sensory, I could see some ground types, some water, like a Gastrodon, Clodsire, Quagsire, stuff like that coming into play very well here, because they have that ability that lets them heal up by their moves or gain special attacks by the moves. And honestly, with the ground type being immune to water, very big plays can be put out here, and you don't have to worry about much. So let's get into some of the stats it could be using. So obviously, its health is going to be around 7,125. Most of the 7 stars right now is running a 25 times maxed HP. You run their HP stat, times it by 25, and that's kind of where it puts us at 7,125. It's kind of how we come up with that number. Typically, they're running 128 in both defenses. Obviously, first one is starting January 7th, 27th, and 29th. The ability. So the ability is actually very interesting here. I'm guessing it's going to have its hidden ability, which is Protein. So Protein did get changed. It's only used one time per time it enters the battle. You come in, you use one move, you change to that typing, and now you get that stab on everything. So if it came in, it's a Water Dark type. So if it came in and used extra sensory, now it's a Psychic type, and now it gets stab on Psychic moves. But being a Tera type, obviously, we just saw it with Libero on Cinderace. It doesn't do anything because he's terastallized. Since he is terastallized, the ability will not do anything to it. It's just there. But that's kind of all we know going into this. We are going to be trying to figure out counters. Obviously, day one, we're going to be going in, knocking it out. You can only catch it once, but we're going to see everything that drops. Start figuring out how to solo this guy, because, I mean, the first day is most likely going to be trial and error. Go in, catch it. Now start figuring out how to solo it very consistently and doing a build there. I have a few ideas that I'm working on to help you be able to solo probably day one. But it's all going to come down to those coverage moves, because if it is running an Ice Beam, all ground types are going to be gone. So if you're excited about Greninja being in 7-star Tera raids and getting that special mark and being able to shiny hunt that beautiful, beautiful black Greninja, go ahead, drop it a like, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking about other Greninja Tera raid, because honestly, I can't wait for it to get here. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.